XO Takeover.
Welcome back to XO Takeover, and today we are here with the amazing Giorgia Rose. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being a
Thank you,
part.
thank you.
How are you?
Sorry, what did you say?
I said, how are you?
Oh my gosh, it cut out or something. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. I'm quite tired. I've just finished work.
Oh man, it's nighttime for you there, right?
Yeah, it is nearly midnight, but
Oh my gosh, it's 5
we've,
p.m.
we've
here,
got the
so.
finale. We've got to finish it off with a bang. And like I already said, thank you so much. I don't know if you've
Yes, so
seen
excited.
I don't know if you've seen any of the past episodes that have been coming out.
I've seen a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
I've watched them.
What's your thoughts on the bits you've seen?
I love it. It's so cool. I love being able to hear people and their views on certain things and their favorite albums and songs and just like the theories for Hurry Up Tomorrow. So
Do you think
yeah,
people are going to be excited to hear your full-on views? Because I know that a lot of people know you, but there's only so much you can say on social media. Do you think people will be excited for this
exactly.
episode?
Yeah, and I would say like for the past few years, I'm not too personal on social media, so this is definitely like out of my comfort zone. I've never done a podcast. I sometimes will just go live randomly, like at concerts, but I never really just sit down and talk. And like I'm sure a lot of my followers and just EXO in general have never heard my voice, so like maybe this will be something new. Maybe like everyone could hear my views on Hurry Up Tomorrow now before it comes out, and then when
Yeah,
it comes out, we'll do another one.
yeah,
That'd be
that
fun.
that would be good to do. But yeah, I'm gonna kick it off with some questions, and then
Yeah.
in traditional EXO style, ask you your top five songs and why. But I'd like to kick it off with what does the weekend mean to you?
Oh wow. That's like that's a crazy question. I mean, him, EXO, the music, the community, everything is just like has been just my life for the past 10, 11 years, I believe. Yeah, so I mean, he means everything. EXO means everything. I don't think I could have picked a better artist to love and follow around on their tour. And yeah, honestly, like that's such a hard question. But
I've got
yeah.
a lot of like questions like
You
that.
started it off with
Yeah.
like a good one.
So it's probably gonna sound like the same question, but what does the XO brand mean to you? Not just the
Okay.
weekend, XO as a
hmm
whole.
That's why, like, when people bring up the weekend, I just always think of it like EXO is so much more than just him. It's like his artists, like Nav, Cherry, Belly, like, absolutely love all of them and everything they do and everything they stand for. EXO itself is just such a great community, and I feel like it's so nice when we finally come together as one. And just like I've met so many people that are EXO, and instantly it's just like all you need to do is start talking about what songs you like, the albums, the era, and you just connect instantly. Like, not everyone can just do that. So it feels so special to just be able to, have that connection with people. So EXO means the absolute world, like, absolute world.
Have you met a lot of people that are XO whilst you've been to the concerts and just been around? Like maybe you've just been at a shop and met someone XO.
Yeah, so many. I mean, recently we were in Brazil, like most recent Brazil and Australia. I met so many people, so many amazing people, so kind, so loving, and yeah, it just like it was the absolute best experience. I can't even explain it. Like that feeling when you meet someone that's like, "Oh, you're EXO too," or like you're just walking and they see you with like a shirt or whatever, and it's just like, "Oh, I love the weekend as well." Like it's such an unexplainable feeling.
When did you first start listening to the weekend, and when did you first see him live?
That's a good question. Okay, so I had it's like kind of a blur just because it was so long ago, but it was before Beauty Behind the Madness, around the time where it was like Drunken Love, um, maybe like a little bit before Low Life. I would just be watching music videos and I would see like I think it was the Live For music video, and yeah, just like it was around that time. So what was that,
20,
2014?
yeah, I think around then.
Yeah. So it's just crazy that now we're in 2024. We're gonna be going into 2025. That was around the time when I first like had seen him like popping up in music videos. The whole mood music thing, like before The Hills was even and Beauty Behind the Madness was announced, and I finally got to like hear that album when it came out, but I wasn't necessarily on like EXO Twitter or EXO like anything. I honestly don't even think I had followed him on social media yet. And me and my mom would just listen to Beauty Behind the Madness, and it was just like so good. And I was like, yeah, I love this guy. You know what I mean? And then finally, the first era that I was able to witness like an album drop and like the award shows was Starboy. And I remember one of my biggest regrets was the car from, I believe, the music video was in LA. Like they had put it out there and was
Had
like,
a lightning bolt
it's a
in it.
pop up. He had a Starboy pop up, and I remember seeing it, and I don't know why I didn't like have my mom take me, because at the time I was so young, like 13, 14, maybe 14. But yeah, so that was that, and then what was the other question that was after that?
When did you first see him live?
When I first seen him live, that's right. So first concert was Starboy. So I did end up going to the Starboy show in LA, and then the one, I think it was like Oakland and North California. So I had went to leg 1 and leg 2 at the time, which is funny to say now because I think at the time like no one really like understood what the legs were. It's just leg 1, leg 2, and now we're in like leg 4 or 5. Probably
Yeah.
gonna be going on.
Yeah, I think the first time I saw him was at the Starboy, when he came to Europe and the UK, and the stage design was just mental. Like looking back, not realizing like how crazy his stages would become. Just then, the triangle at the top going like up and
Oh,
down.
it was so crazy. I just like that feeling of like seeing him live for the first time. Like I'm getting chills thinking about it. But there was like it just felt so good. I remember I went to the concert alone. I was on the floor, but I was like rows back, and I just remember like being able to finesse my way and stand like up at the front. So like my first like after seeing him front row that first time, I was like, I can't go, like, you can't go back after that. Like, I feel like that was my mindset. So now every time I've seen him, it's like, for the most part, has been front row, or I've tried to, be front row because, yeah, that was the first experience. And ever since that, I was like, just so determined to just be right there. Even then, like, I got really good pictures and videos, even though the phone wasn't the best at the time.
Yeah, I think
But
I think I
yeah,
had an
that
iPhone
was
6.
Starboy Tour was crazy.
Which, in terms of stage designs of the ones you've seen, which one do you think's been the best?
Oh my gosh. I would say Coachella 2018 holds a special place in my heart because, like, the head with like the hand that and being able to witness like MDM live for the first time, I would say that was my favorite like stage design for sure. But then again, just being in Sao Paulo, I loved like the church and all that too. So I've loved everyone. I love that it's different. Like a lot of artists, it's so easy to just make a stage and a runway, but
Yeah.
he wants to switch it up every time and really put on a show versus just like a concert.
Do you think
So
because he's doing Rose Bowl next month, and on the map it looks like the stage is the entire bottom floor
or
section. Yeah.
like no
What's
GA, like no general admission, no floor
what
seats,
do you
just
think
like
the
all
stage?
seats and yeah, big, super big stage.
What do you
I
think?
keep trying to picture it too because I honestly don't know what to expect, but it's knowing him and his team and just how they do things, it's gonna be insane.
Do you think we'll get some more buildings?
My theory is that it's gonna be the House of Balloons. And if I'm right, like if he brings the House of Balloons to life, like I will record myself and I'll be crying.
A bit like what
That would be
Kanye West did.
amazing.
I think Kanye West did it with his childhood house, didn't it?
Exactly.
That would be.
Exactly. Just like that. I had thought of that when, he did the church and I was like, okay, this is new. Um, but after seeing him post like that little House of Balloons statue figure thing the other day on his story, I'm like, okay. And then he incorporated it in like the Hurry Up Tomorrow teaser videos when like he was little, and man, those videos are insane as well. So I guess we'll see.
Which song from Hurry Up Tomorrow are you most excited to hear? From the snippets we've heard, from live to the videos that you just mentioned.
I would say, obviously, we don't necessarily know the titles, but if it's Fade to Black, I think that's probably one I'm looking forward to. Open Hearts was fire. Obviously, we don't have that one like fully yet. And I'm just interested to see how all these songs and snippets that we've been hearing, I'm interested to see how they like flow and transition, because you already know this whole album is probably about to have like a lot of transition. So I'm just looking forward to that and just listening to the album and hearing things we haven't heard. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's where that's from. And like then hearing a song we know. But yeah, honestly, all of them. But I would say for sure that like Fade to Black song.
You mentioned.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm excited to hear Take Me Back to LA, definitely.
Okay.
And
yeah.
The Hold Your Heart one, I think that's the Fade to. I don't know if
Hold
that's
Your Heart.
Yeah.
Hold My Heart or Hold Your Heart?
I think it's Hold. I don't know. It's
one of those, but
yeah.
basically the one that we've had teased.
Yeah.
And hearing it in like the teases for Hurry Up Tomorrow and those 3 videos, I think it was the second one.
Yeah.
The second one at the end when you start hearing the song and it's just like he totally perfected it. Like before it was very like muffled. It was obviously like a fast thing that he probably put together, but now I think we're gonna hear it and it's gonna be so beautiful. So
are you glad he's bringing that one on Hurry Up Tomorrow, or do you wish that we'd got it on After Hours?
I mean, I always think everything happens for a reason, and yeah, it probably would have fit into After Hours, but I think it's gonna be perfect for this album. And it's kind of like everyone in EXO knows like that was the song he teased like 5 years ago, and we finally have it. Like it's such a good feeling to finally have that song that you've been waiting for, because I feel like a lot of people gave up like on that song and maybe like Take Me Back to LA and like songs like that. So definitely excited for it. I think it'll fit perfectly into this era.
Is there any other like unreleased songs that you wish Abel had released? There's one that I absolutely love called, what's it called now? Motionless. That was like a Starboy demo. Or Danny Boy Styles October. That is a beautiful demo.
That's the funny thing is, maybe like around maybe around 2018, so like around MGM, I started discovering like the older, I guess like snippets and clips of like his music, unreleased music, and I downloaded everything. And I honestly don't wish any were released because I love them being like, secret, like maybe just for EXO and like not for the world. But it's funny because now with TikTok, everyone's like, oh, remember this unreleased The Weeknd song? Like, what was it? I forgot what song, but they'll just like, people will just post like songs from back then that were unreleased. And I'm just like, dang, but I can't think of any specifically. Do you remember any other ones? It's funny because sometimes they would have different names. Like people would just be naming them.
The demo for the Starboy song, I think it was called Ebony. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But you could kind of tell that it was just the lyrics for that demo got used on Low Life anyway, and
that's right.
Just on Starboy as well.
I remember that one. Yeah.
The Kissland demos. the one with Lana Del Rey, the original One of Them Nights, they sounded amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just reminded me, or made me remember of when he did the Memento Mori episode and he showed a lot of those songs. I was just like, oh my gosh. So love all the Kissland like unreleased.
What happened to Memento Mori? Because I swear he said it's going to keep releasing every week until the album came out. Then Dawn FM came out and we've not heard anything since with Memento Mori. Do you think we'll get another one when Hurry Up Tomorrow comes out?
I must say I feel like it was maybe just like a phase that maybe he went into, and maybe it was like something with Apple, and it really was just like, let's just do this. Like it was like this, like a podcast, but obviously was with music, and he had different special guests. I thought it was so good. Like I remember listening to literally every single one of them, and yeah, but I mean, I can't picture him bringing it back, but I'm gonna just say anything is possible. Like, literally anything is possible. So, who knows? Maybe he will. I would love him to.
Yeah, I feel like we need at least one more before he finishes.
I do feel like it was in such of an era where, like, podcasts and doing stuff like that was starting to be, like, popular. And it was just a quick way for him to interact with us. And it was just something for EXO, I feel like. Like, I feel like he really did that for EXO. I loved learning about his music taste. It like some of the songs you're like really able this is what you listen to. I loved it though. Like it was so interesting. We heard music that maybe was like snippets from like he would use like the background in his songs or just like certain things, but yeah, I loved it.
Speaking of social media and, you know, about Memento Mori, how do you think Abel uses social media to interact with us, the fans, and with other people? Do you think he just uses it every day like we do, or just...
I mean, at the end of the day, everyone goes on their phone, and whether he posts or not, like, I know he sees everything. Twitter, I'm sure he reads everyone's, like, theories. I would too. Like imagine you're an artist dropping a new album and you're putting up little hints on your story and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get them with this one. And then you go to Twitter and it's like, oh my gosh, da-da-da. And then people like connect things together. Like right now everyone's connecting the planets aligning and like, you know, just like everything aligning with and then he obviously loves like the moon and planets and just solar and everything. So it's just like I'm sure he has so much fun just seeing that on social media. He doesn't obviously always interact with it, but I know that he sees it. So, yeah.
Next question I want to ask about. I think I've asked everyone on the podcast so far, and it is The Idol.
Oh. What is that? Where'd you get that from?
I can't reveal my sources, but it is the DVD version.
Oh, that's of like the whole
season. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Love that.
What are your thoughts on it? Not just on The Idol, but on Abel's acting as a whole.
Wow, that's a great question. First of all, I loved The Idol. I don't care what anyone says. I thought it was great. I think all the actors were amazing. The storyline like really kept you like wanting to watch the next episode. I loved that he laid out the episodes were like each week or however it was at the time, because at EXO on that day we would just all be like talking. It's like, all right, like it's going down. And at that time too, he was very interactive on social media, especially on Twitter. I feel like he really loved seeing people and was interested in seeing people. You know, he just wanted to know how people liked his acting and different things like that. But overall, like I said, loved the show. I would have loved the second season.
It was on tour, on tour as well, weren't it? Whilst The Idol was coming out, so it was The Idol coming out every week, new shows every week, and it was active on Twitter. It was like a crazy moment, as well as and new songs from the soundtrack. It was a crazy
Exactly.
time to be EXO.
Oh, it's like everyone can agree if we got anything from the Idol, it was the soundtrack and all the songs. I absolutely loved all those songs. Like a lot of them went crazy on TikTok at the time too, and just like some of those songs are gonna and are breaking records right now for sure. What did you think of the show?
I liked it. I was a bit shocked at the twist at the end, and then like I rewatched and I was like, how did I not realize? I would have loved to see where it would have gone for season 2. Because like thinking about it now, there's so many ways it could go. And I definitely want to know what happened on the deleted episode as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like, misunderstood and things kind of like just left. And it was just like, okay, I mean, it is what it is. If there's not another season, we got that one. I probably will rewatch it at some point.
And what's your expectations for the Hurry Up Tomorrow movie that we've got coming out?
Oh, I'm so excited. Have you seen the movie that it's supposedly like inspired by?
I don't think I have. No. What movie is it?
I forgot what it's called. But basically there's another movie and it's supposed to be like recreating that movie, and it's a horror movie. So I think he loves horror, so I think he's gonna do an amazing job on it. I loved his acting in The Idol, and I feel like he is an actor, like as much as an artist. You know, when you're on stage and you're performing, you're acting, you know, like that's what he does. So I look forward to this movie. Can't wait to watch it. It's supposed to be in theaters, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I think it'll be huge for him and just his career entirely. So
do you think it'll come out alongside the album, or do you think it'll come out a little while after?
So that's the funny thing. Like at first when he announced the date for Hurry Up Tomorrow, I was thinking like, is he talking about the album or the movie? You know, when he first did. But the fact that he's having the Rose Bowl event, I'm pretty sure it's like he is dropping the album on the 24th. As far as the movie, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna come out the same day. Like maybe it'll come out maybe a few weeks after.
I imagine maybe the summer, or quite a while after, I imagine.
But like 2025 for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I can't even picture the music in the movie, but I'm sure he's gonna incorporate a way to put 2 and 2 together.
I imagine it would be songs from the album. Could be wrong.
Yeah, no, but I'm excited, especially because it's a scary movie. I think it's gonna be really good.
We'll just have to wait and see. But I want to get into a bit of nitty gritty and deep questions now. So the first one being, how has the Weeknd impacted your life?
Oh, well, that's a crazy question. I would say he, like him just as a person, or like the music as well,
Both,
or just everything.
Yeah, just all of it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't not talk about EXO when it comes to this question, because I always just think about like all the amazing people and friends and people that I've just met throughout this whole thing, and being in EXO. I would just say like I always get so speechless when it comes to this question, because it's just like this has been reality. Like all of my friends, everyone I meet, people online, like everyone's just EXO. We all love Abel, and yeah, it's like I'm just speechless every time.
I feel like you definitely have like a big impact on the EXO community on social media, on Instagram and Twitter.
Thank you.
But you also get a lot of hate, and like from the past, there's been a lot of stuff. Why do you think you get that hate? Like,
it happens. I mean, you can't make everyone happy at the end of the day. And I really just like, when I love something, I'm super passionate about it. And I mean, yeah, it happens. And I would hope like if people have ever thought a certain way or like, you know, people are so quick to judge, and it's like you need to be careful because you don't always know someone. Like at the end of the day, not everyone online knows me personally. And yeah, I mean, also at the end of the day, I still love everyone that's EXO, regardless if you know, feel a certain way about me or think you know something. I still love everyone, to be honest.
Would you consider yourself the queen of EXO, or
Oh my gosh, you're trying to. That's so funny. If in my honest opinion, I'm going to say that everyone who think like all of EXO is a queen or a king, if that makes sense. Like if you think you're a queen or a king in EXO, like I think everyone is. I don't think of myself any more or less. I think all of EXO is equal. We all just love the same artists, and yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna have to say no, but I love the compliments. Like all compliments, Stargirl, Queen of EXO, but I think every girl and guy are king and queen of EXO.
think Lana Del Rey or Ariana Grande is a better collaborator?
That's a hard question. I must say, oh man, I must say Ariana Grande for right now, just because I feel like their collaborations are obviously newer. It's been a minute since him and Lana Del Rey did anything, but I also do love their songs as well. But I'm gonna say Ariana Grande in that one.
Which song of theirs is your favorite that they have done together?
Probably Love Me Harder. The OG. Yes.
Do you think we might get a surprise appearance by Ariana Grande on Hurry Up Tomorrow? Because I know that he's posted a bit about her on his story.
I don't know, but I keep picturing Hurry Up Tomorrow. Besides what we've gotten, I picture it not having features. Like I can't picture anyone on it, to be honest.
But we've already got Playboy Carti and Anita.
Yeah, besides Playboy Carti and Anita, I don't know who else like could be on it. I haven't thought too much into that. What about you? Do you have anyone that you're hoping is on it?
I don't know. I'd love a Childish Gambino collaboration. But
okay. Interesting.
Because I really wanted a Tyler the Creator and the Weeknd collaboration, and we got that with Dawn FM. So now the next one on my list is Childish Gambino and the Weeknd. But I don't think that's going to work with Gambino retiring now. So, but never say never.
No, exactly. Anything's possible. Maybe Daft Punk.
Yes. Or maybe
if we're gonna say we want anyone, like yeah, maybe that. Maybe he took them out of retirement. Who knows?
maybe we'll get a new French producer for this album. You know, we've had Daft Punk, Kavinsky, Kartoffelstein. He does love his French DJ producers.
That's true, yeah.
But this is like a deep question. With Hurry Up Tomorrow coming out, the weekend coming to an end, Monday's beginning soon. Is there?
I'm like, what you mean? It's Friday. The weekend just started.
Is there an Abel Tesfaye without the Weeknd?
What was the question, sorry?
Is there an Abel Tesfaye without the Weeknd?
Is there an Abel Tesfaye without the Weeknd? Yes. But there's no Weeknd without Abel Tesfaye. It's the other way around.
Fair enough. But like, let's go back in time before House of Balloons, before The Noise, before all of that. before King Kane. Do you think if Abel didn't become The Weeknd, he would still find a different way to make it as big as he's made it?
Oh wow, that's a crazy question. I honestly, dang, you got me now. I was like, okay, I have it. I'm gonna have to say he would have, if he was so, passionate about music and still did everything he did, he would have found a way to make it for sure. And I think he still would have honestly been the biggest artist in the world. Maybe not called The Weeknd, but maybe as himself. And maybe he asked himself that question, and that's why he wants to become just Abel Tesfaye and be more than The Weeknd, more than all the albums, more than what he did as The Weeknd, but now continue it with Abel Tesfaye and go into, acting, coffee, still music, and directing, and just anything that he wants. Like, he can do it all.
Do you think he'll be able to achieve that? Do you think he'll be able to become just Abel Tesfaye? Or do you think he will always be known as The Weeknd, and, no matter what he does, he will still be The Weeknd?
Mm-hmm. So it's hard, but I will say The Weeknd was a character that he portrayed for so long, and he probably feels like, obviously, it's time to put The Weeknd to rest and really be himself. I feel like maybe he got into a point where he was too much The Weeknd and forgot who he was as Abel Tesfaye, and was like, yeah, maybe The Weeknd would do this, but Abel Tesfaye wouldn't do this. You know what I mean? So maybe it's like he finally just wants to be himself. Like, I feel like everyone at some point wants to be their authentic, true self. You can only be something for so long. And I feel like he'll still be able to thrive and do everything. I'm not saying that he's not going to be known as The Weeknd, because I could imagine like 10 years from now, people will still call him that. I don't know how EXO is going to be. Like, if we already all call him Abel.
Yeah.
So maybe it won't be so hard. But I feel like maybe the thought of it, and just like, I think a lot of people are sad by him not wanting to be The Weeknd anymore. But I feel like it's with Hurry Up Tomorrow, it's like an amazing new and fresh start. And I just think we're going to be blown away, and it's going to be this album, and just all of this is going to be everything he's ever wanted. So that's what I think of that.
That's a really good idea. That's I feel like that's the best way to say that. I don't think you could have answered that question any better.
Because he's so amazing. I really don't I don't see him not still, just living his life and pursuing all the dreams he has. Because who knows? He might want to do things that we don't even know about. And him becoming Abel Tesfaye, he'll be able to do anything. His name will be on, if he's directing a movie or if he's doing something, that he doesn't have to put The Weeknd. It'll be Abel Tesfaye, which we've seen him do with some things. Sometimes credits on songs will say Abel. So it's like he already kind of started that transition. So yeah.
So following on from that question, there's not much left to say about what's to come for The Weeknd and Abel, because we don't know what's next to come. But for you, what's next for Giorgia Rose?
Oh, that's a great question. So I guess with just everything, and obviously not knowing directions of where he's gonna go, where EXO's gonna go, I think EXO will always be here. But recently, as far as me, I've been super passionate about photography, and I've gotten so much into concert photography. So with going to all these concerts, I've learned how to use a camera and record and take amazing pictures. So I feel as far as where my head's at, I've just been loving just being behind the camera as far as that. This picture right here is just right now my favorite thing. So I would say, if you're wondering about like me as far as that concert photography, obviously like EXO. What? Sorry.
We keep doing the XO merch.
I will forever do it as long as I can. Yeah, I have so many ideas. Little backstory, I've been doing it for 5 years now. Started super small just on Etsy because I was making stickers for myself. Everything I've ever made, I've wanted it I've made it because I've wanted it. So I had made stickers and keychains, and people were like, "Oh, you should sell those." Or I'd make like paintings and just different things. And so from there I did, and yeah, now we're here today. I love what I do, and I have so many more product ideas. Like, just because he's not gonna be the Weeknd doesn't mean I'm not gonna keep making EXO things. So
I do have one question actually. Wait, I need to get something first though.
What do you have?
You recently collaborated with EXO.
Shout out to EXO Sculptures.
Yeah. How did this collaboration happen?
So, well, going back 2 years ago, well, actually almost 3 years ago, I met my boyfriend from EXO Twitter. Fun fact, his name is Abel. So everyone always asks, is it like his name's actually Abel? Yes, his name is Abel. And we met because of EXO Twitter in EXO group chat. And he is such an amazing person and was just giving me all these ideas for the website that I had at the time. And somehow, like, we were long distance for a little bit, and he's helped me with all these products and just bringing them to life. Like, I would have so many ideas and I couldn't always think of how I would bring it to life, and he's just helped me with that. But as far as EXO Sculptures, we had reached out, or he had reached out to him and was like, can we work on something? Can we do a collab? Because he's based in Greece and we're in the US, but the people in the US want his stuff. And it's like, we just found that way to have a really good connection and be able to do these drops with him. And so he sends us stuff in bulk, and then we ship it from over here. And that way it saves everyone on that shipping, because shipping from Greece to the US could be, I don't know, $30-$40. And
I can't say I can relate because I'm in the UK. It probably would
have
been.
Well, yeah, you bought it from
it would have been better for me to get it from him.
When you really want something, you'll pay whatever. But yeah. I mean, like, our goal with him really was to just get these people these statues, because like, he's amazing. And I have a bunch right here that I could show you. Obviously this is the most recent one, Sao Paulo. Let me see if I could show you something. Let me see. I'm like, I don't know what I can show and what I can't, but
well, have you got some like unreleased stuff that he's working on still?
We do. We had dropped this House of Balloons, but this is the big version that we have. So this was amazing, and we have so much more coming with him. Like, as much as I think about ideas and things I want to drop, EXO Sculptures, like, he's always working. Like, he always has something to work on, and yeah, we absolutely love working with him.
When's the
How do you like the mask?
I do. It came just in time for Halloween.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
I was very happy about.
We're super big on trying to get everything out as soon as possible. As soon as we get stock, like, we're shipping. I'll be up late. I don't care. Like, I love getting people their stuff as soon as possible.
Yeah. Which of the three masks do you prefer the most?
Oh, like two. For sure. I think, which I have that one too. Well, we have these little ones, but yeah, I think this was so iconic. During that time, I just loved silver. So like, him doing that, it was insane.
I'm surprised you didn't do a leg 4 mask. Was it leg 4? The robot one.
That was I think he's working on stuff for that. But it's crazy because that, first of all, it would have to be included with like lights, which I think he did do one, but we haven't dropped anything. Like 3? No. Yeah. Like 3 or 4.
For the North American one, so I think that's leg 4. No, leg 3.
No, yeah, leg 3. It was very short.
Yeah.
Very short, the robot one. That was such like a little era, and I wish I could have witnessed that. Like the Mexico shows looked insane. I really wish I would have went, but honestly, we thought for the original Australia shows, I thought that that's what he was going to do. And I think it honestly probably was what he had in mind, to continue with that like robot vibe, you know, but
I feel like he should have. I feel like the Sao Paulo should have been a one-off. That stage was a one-off, and then brought the robot back or something.
I get that, but I don't know, maybe he didn't want to. Like maybe it was kind of like, since he missed that chance to do it in Australia, and then a year later, right now, he's been trying to push just like Hurry Up Tomorrow, he probably couldn't feel like he could go back onto that.
Do you feel like the next tour we get, do you feel the stage will be different again? Or do you feel like it'll be the same as Australia?
I'm going to say that the next tour, the stage will consist of something maybe at the Rose Bowl. Like maybe he'll have something new, and then we'll be like, oh, okay, that's that. And then at the tour, maybe that same thing or design will be there. But I definitely think he would do something different. Like I don't picture him still doing the church for a whole nother tour. But who knows? They have it built, so it's like they might use it to their the most that they can.
The question on my mind is, where is all this stuff gone?
Like where do they keep all the stuff? That's a great question.
It's just like in a storage unit somewhere.
In his house.
A giant
his
robot.
Backyard.
It's just got it all built out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I really hope for House of Balloons, like a big House of Balloons. Like if the stage is so big, which I just thought of another idea. If he somehow incorporated all the eras into it, that would be crazy. Or if this upcoming tour would be an eras type of tour.
I don't know how you'd fit all of that onto one stage and not have it look messy though.
Yeah, it would look all over the place.
Unless the floor, the floor of the stage is a massive screen.
Okay. That would be crazy. But he's going to have to be like running around. Unless he's like riding something. Like for a little bit he's riding like the Starboy car, and then he crashes, and then it turns into like the Hills music video, and just like going in and out of eras. That'd be crazy. I don't know, I feel like every EXO would love to just hear things we haven't heard, like older music, older eras.
Do you think we'll get older music, or do you think it's just going to consist of this new trilogy?
I'm gonna say for the Rose Bowl, the new trilogy. For the tour, I think everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you have any ideas of where he'll start the tour? Because
He'll definitely start in America, and then hopefully he'll come over to Europe, and then he'll probably go back to America, and then North America, then Australia, then Asia, which he hasn't done Asia in ages.
So that's my theory, and what I was gonna say is like I've been waiting for Japan and just Asia itself, because on the original like OG flyer after our Still Dawn tour, it was North America, South America, Europe, Australia, Asia, Africa. I believe that was what it was. And I feel like they're waiting over there for him. So
they've been waiting years. Like, what was it, 2018, 2017? He last went over there.
2018. It was like a little like MDM Asia tour.
Yeah.
They got to hear some Kissland songs. Just know if he goes to Asia, I'm going 100%. Like, that would be such, I don't know why. I mean, I was younger back then, but I did hear of some people that went, and they've shown me videos, and it was just like, yeah, like adaptation, just like all the Kissland songs you'd want to hear. So I don't know if he'll do it again, but we'll see.
I imagine he'll do it at least one more time.
Yeah. So that's a dream, like, place to visit for sure.
Definitely, yeah. I'd love to go to like Japan. I'd love to go to America, to be fair. That's still on me places to go. But yeah, I think in terms of questions, that is it. I can't think of any more questions. Oh,
I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask you, would you come to the US for the tour?
Definitely. I'm planning on coming to America next year. I was gonna try.
Okay, well, we will meet during the tour then.
I was gonna try and come for the Rose Bowl, but I just wasn't lucky enough getting tickets.
It was very like short notice, so I would say wait till the tour.
Yeah,
I think it'll be so much more worth it, and you might be able to fit in more than one show.
Yeah, I'll definitely. When I come, I'm gonna be there for a while. I know that XO Boys wants to link up, and a few other people have texted me like, when you come in. So I'm gonna make it my mission to come to America next year.
Nice. So were you like off and on social media in XO, or like how did you restart the podcast?
Yes.
We're at the finale, so might as well talk about, why we're here.
So 5 years ago, just before After Hours came out, I think it might have been just after MDM, and we had no idea of After Hours. Me and my friend Aaron, shout out Weeknd, I don't even know if he's socially active anymore. I decided need help, that we just ask people questions and make like a podcast, like Memento Mori, but we'd ask the fans questions about the Weeknd, and it went really, really big, and then it kind of just started to die off because I wasn't keeping up that pace and momentum with it, and then it just stopped. So then I got rid of my XO account, changed it into a different account, and then I think it was September this year, I got really, really drunk, rang up Aaron, and I was like, let's bring XO Takeover back. It's been 5 years. And he was like, yeah, I'm down. He wasn't down. He didn't help. So I was like, right, I'm sure it's still got some meaning out there. I will try and see if I can get people to be a part of it. And it's gone better than I could have imagined, to be fair.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Like, that's great. The fact that we've had people like yourself, the King Kend, After FM, XO Boys, like, if I'd still doing this 5 years ago, I would not have probably had like yourself or other people on it. I was lucky enough to have Dylan Jackson on it. Like, that was the peak. I was like, yes. But yeah, awesome. I'm glad I brought it back, to be fair. I feel like the weekend's coming to an end, so we may as well get everyone.
Might as well do it while you still can, and just get ask people questions. I bet there's so many people that would love to be on this, and I know you'll have so many more amazing episodes and seasons.
Yeah, we'll we'll have to see if people definitely want a season 2. And we'll probably start recording that around January, maybe, if that's what the people want. I feel like the problem's going to be trying to keep up the hype in between them. So from like the Sunday this comes out till then is like, what, a month or something? There's like...
What's stopping you from just continuing it every Sunday? Is it that you're busy, or is it more just like you have this picture of it being...
I think I need to prepare some more questions first and foremost.
Okay.
And then I need to find the people and find the time to record it. Because not including this episode, all of the other ones were recorded like a month in advance.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like, you can kind of tell as well when looking back. So, like, I think in one of them, we're talking about our expectations of Sao Paulo. And Sao Paulo had come out like a few days before the episode had dropped.
Oh, okay.
But I do
so this
kind
is
of...
cool. So this is in real time.
Yeah, I do kind of like that we've done it so close to the release, because there's so much has happened. So we're in sync with reality.
Exactly. Yes. Love it. I love the whole idea.
I do have to ask, what is your favourite Weeknd album? Before we get into your top 5, what's your favourite Weeknd album and why? I feel like I already asked this.
No, you didn't. Oh, sorry. Did you say, what did you say?
I said I feel like I've already asked it, but what is your favourite Weeknd album and why?
No, you hadn't asked. I would say Kissland has a special place in my heart forever. So I'm gonna have to say favorites Kissland. Why? Because I found it I discovered it when I needed to. When I really got into just like listening to it. Probably was just, going through a lot, and it was like Kissland was there. That was the place where I could, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. just like lay down and just like have my headphones on, and it's just like tears in the rain.
Okay.
While it's raining outside with the window open here. Like it was a whole vibe. That is
literally what's happening outside now. Windows open, it's raining.
It was just such a vibe. So yeah, I would say Kissland has a special place in my heart. It meant the absolute world when, he sang it on tour.
Okay.
It was ruined for me. Like, I knew he was gonna perform it, because during leg 1, like before SoFi, I was there you go. I did not want to know the set list. I'm like, this is my first time seeing him since 2018. I don't want to know the set list, but then people on Twitter, I saw them talking about Kissland. I'm like, okay, I expect it now. But it's still, I didn't know when it was coming. So for it to just like him start singing it, I was like, and looking at the city and Oxy and like, the whole theme, It just was crazy.
We didn't have the luxury of a screen behind the buildings.
Really?
Yeah, there wasn't a screen for the European leg.
Oh.
Which I was a bit annoyed about, but at the same time, it was
outside?
It was summer, so you wouldn't have seen much anyway.
Oh, okay.
But we got the statue.
Yes. I would have loved to see the statue. I never got to see Soriyama. It's okay.
So I'd like to do a quick segment. Seeing as Kissland, you've said is your favourite, we're going to do a quick segment of this or that. So I'm going to say 2 songs, you've got to pick one. So we're going to start off with Professional or Wanderlust.
Professional, that's easy.
Okay. Adaptation or Tears in the Rain.
Tears in the Rain.
Okay. Kissland or... What's it called now? Love in the Sky.
Oh, man. Love in the Sky.
Okay.
Love that one.
Belong to the World or Live For?
Wait, what did you say, sorry?
Live For or Belong to the World?
Belong to the World.
Okay. Belong to the World or Tears in the Rain?
Tears in the Rain.
Okay, I can't remember. Is there any other songs on it?
Odd Look.
Tears in the Rain or Pretty?
Pretty.
Pretty or Odd Look?
Pretty.
Okay. Is Pretty like the top one for Kissland?
Pretty's in my top 3. I would say top 3 would be Pretty, Love in the Sky, and Tears in the Rain. But like The Town and Adaptation, it's so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
I love perfect album, 10 out of 10. So good.
The Kissland album or the After Hours album?
Oh, that's hard. Because I love After Hours. The thing is, when talking about albums, when you're referring to the album and the era, it's hard because After Hours was such an era. Like, I wasn't there during the Kissland era. So I have an attachment to After Hours because, you know, that was during COVID and like, you know, that was when we needed him the most.
Do you feel like
I'm gonna still say Kissland though.
Do you feel like After Hours was more of a breakthrough album for him or Beauty Behind the Madness?
Define what you mean by that.
So, with After Hours, Blinding Lights has become one of the biggest songs of all time on Spotify, breaking records still to this day. Beauty Behind the Madness, we had his rise to fame with Can't Feel My Face, The Hills becoming an amazing track. I think it was his first to become Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
But then we've got After Hours, which also broke records, increased his rise to fame as well.
I'm gonna say After Hours just because everyone and their mom and their grandma and their great grandma knew Blinding Lights and was listening to it. Like, it was everywhere you go, TikTok, all on social media, any store you would walk into. So I'm gonna say After Hours, but of course he couldn't have that without Beauty Behind the Madness. They kind of go hand in hand, I feel like. But I would say his 2 biggest. But then again, it's like Starboy was such a hit too.
And still is.
Every every song was amazing on Starboy. And yeah, so that's hard.
Yeah.
I just feel like he couldn't have After Hours without the albums prior. We wouldn't have this new trilogy without the old trilogy.
Do you not think we could have got Beauty Behind the Madness after Hours? So say it.
Do I think? Or you're saying you don't think?
No, do you think? So like, say we got Kissland, After Hours, Starboy, MDM, Beauty Behind the Madness.
That's interesting. I would say, I don't know. Like, do you picture Often and Or Nah being like a new song in this day and age? Like,
I don't think about it like that, actually, to be fair.
It could have happened. As far as what was popular at the time, who knows? Because let's say he did drop After Hours before, maybe that Blinding Light sound wasn't it. Like, maybe people wouldn't have liked it. You know, people's ears change over time and like different eras, different sounds. Who knows?
Not us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly cannot think of any more questions. So I think it's time to take it over to you and let the people watching, the people listening know what Giorgia Rose's top 5 songs of all time by The Weeknd are and why.
Oh man, top 5. Okay. I'm gonna start with Coming Down. Pretty. This is hard. Coming Down, Pretty, In the Night, After Hours, the song, and I'm over here naming a song from each album. Let's do Ordinary Life.
Oh, that's a good shout. But why?
Oh, different range. Why for each song or just why in general?
Either way.
Well, I named a song from like 5 songs from different albums just because like those were my favorites from each one. I feel like I thought of all of those right now because they're probably maybe my most played from him and just my go-to. Yeah, but I honestly love every song. Like, I don't think there's a song that I don't like.
There is.
What about you? What's your top 5?
At the minute, number 1, One of Those Nights.
Oh, I didn't even think of features. Nice.
House of Balloons, Glass Table Girls, obviously.
Yes.
Take My Breath. Best the extended one.
Extended version.
The extended one. All I Know.
Perfect.
And Montreal.
Montreal, beautiful. That's one of my favorites. Favorite from Echoes of Silence for sure.
The transition from Montreal to Outside to EXO is just.
Yes, I agree.
But that's my top 5 for now. It'll probably change. But,
awesome. I'm sure it would change like all the time for me for sure. Just off top.
What was your top 5 Spotify Wrapped?
Artists?
Songs.
Yeah. Let me see. I don't have Spotify. I have Apple Music.
Ah, boo.
So this is the thing that's not fair. I listen to YouTube a lot. Like I'll just throw on like music videos or just like videos that people post, slow and reverb or like Mike Dean mixes. So I feel like when I listen to Abel, it wasn't recorded on here. As far as, so you said songs or artists?
Songs.
Songs, okay. I'm about to be exposed right now. But I'll show you, or I'll tell you. I totally loved Vultures 1. So this is my top 5. And they don't even have that many plays. Like I honestly don't use like Apple Music too much, so right. But just know next year it's gonna be all Hurry Up Tomorrow. Guaranteed. Right. Hurry Up Tomorrow, and if Travis Scott drops an album, it'll be all of that.
It's meant to drop just before Coachella, isn't it?
That would be awesome. That's a whole nother thing, like what do you think of the Coachella lineup?
I don't like it. I don't
think I'm gonna go unless an opportunity came up, but besides that it's not. I didn't really care for any of the artists.
I would have gone for Travis Scott, but Travis Scott's coming to the UK anyway, so I may as well go and see him.
Yeah. Is he going there?
August or July.
Is that for a festival or what was that?
Yeah, for Leeds and Reading.
Nice, yeah. Might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coachella this year. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the year after will be better. I love Coachella itself, like the festival.
I hope the Weeknd does it next year.
That would be amazing. I think if he's going to do it one more time, it'll be the year after, 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is a long episode that I think people are going to enjoy, actually. Season finale, we may as well.
Yes, it was a chill vibe for sure. So if you're still here, thank you so much. Shout out EXO.
Yeah,
EXO?
that is it for this episode and for season 1. We hope you've enjoyed it, and I'd just like to say real quick a big shout out to everyone who's watched, supported, been a guest, and yeah, we hope to see you soon. Once again, thank you so much, Giorgia Rose. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people watching and listening before we finish?
Oh, hurry up tomorrow. And we'll see you at the Rose Bowl. Everyone that's going. It's going to be great. And shout out EXO.
We'll see you very soon, hopefully, for season 2.
Yes.